What's up, Jared? Here today we have my predictions for Night of Champions 2025, and we got some banger matches that are going to be happening this Saturday at Night of Champions. Obviously, it's in Saudi Arabia because either Night of Champions or King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view or Crown Jewel. It's always in Saudi Arabia, and it is in Saudi Arabia, so it's going to be at a weird time for us this year. I think it's like noon for us because I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern, so it'd be noon for Central Time. So I think I'll still post the setup review of it on Sunday, the day after, depending on like how long the pay-per-view is, because sometimes WWE premium light events pay-per-views go for 3 hours, and some of them really short, like 2 hours. So if it's a longer one, I think this one has a couple more matches than normal, I probably won't post until Sunday. If it's short, maybe I'll post it later Saturday afternoon, but I am going to be doing the setup review of Friday Night SmackDown, so just depending on what time that is, I'll see if I post the Night of Champions review either the day of or the day after. But enough of that. Let's get into my predictions for this show. I'm actually pretty excited for a couple of the matches on the show, so let's get into it. So get into like the match I'm least excited for: Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. I really could give to care less about this match. I mean, it just I guess it doesn't really make sense. I guess Rhea Ripley did cost Raquel Rodriguez her match in the Queen of the Ring tournament, but she's going after it because Liv Morgan's injured and she's blaming her even though she had nothing to do with it. It was Kyrie Sane that actually accidentally injured Liv Morgan. I don't understand why we're having a feud with Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley. I did see some people say on the line that this could set up a thing between Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, because they're now coming together because of the Judgment Day, versus Rhea Ripley and Nikki Bella, because it was originally supposed to be Nikki Bella and Liv Morgan. They were set up a thing between those two. I think they were going to fight at the Evolution show, the all-women pay-per-view coming up. And then obviously Liv got injured, so I think that's where they're going to go with it. So I think Rhea Ripley's going to defeat Raquel Rodriguez, and then either they're going to, then Rhea Ripley wins, and then Roxanne Perez and Raquel jump Rhea Ripley, and Nikki Bella comes out to save, and then that sets up the tag match. Or Rhea Ripley wins, and then they jump her on Monday Night Raw, and then Nikki Bella comes out to save her. I just think that's what they're going to set up. But my prediction is Rhea Ripley defeats Raquel Rodriguez in the street fight. It's pretty obvious. Finally, after over a year, Karrion Kross is going to be fighting on a pay-per-view. People have been pushing for him to get a push. All the fans want to see him get pushed and everything and to have a good run. And maybe it seems like WWE starting it because he's having his first pay-per-view match since WrestleMania 40. So it's over a year. He's fighting Sami Zayn. This has been kind of going on backstage for a while now. I think the obvious is Sami Zayn winning in front of, there's some way, and he's related to people, to the culture of Saudi Arabia, so everybody just loves him down there. But I think it's too obvious that Sami's going to win. I think they're going to have Karrion Kross win and start this push of him. Hopefully, that's what I feel like it's best for business if they do that, because everybody's loving Karrion Kross right now. So hopefully, Karrion Kross defeats Sami Zayn. I think this should be a decent match, actually. But my prediction is Karrion Kross wins. And I'm actually excited for this match because I want to see where they go with Karrion Kross. I'm going to be annoyed, though. If Sami Zayn wins, then I feel like that's the final straw for Karrion Kross. Because I know his contract's coming up soon with WWE. If he wins, I think they're going to re-sign him. And he re-signs and he goes on to start getting a push. If he loses, I'm calling it. They're either going to release Karrion Kross or he's not going to re-sign. Then we have the Queen of the Ring finals. Asuka versus Jade Cargill. I don't have a Jade Cargill figure here, so obviously I don't have her there. I don't think Asuka's going to win. I already said this in the set review of Friday Night SmackDown last week and this week's Monday Night Raw setup. Jade Cargill is going to win because Naomi is going to cash in on the match between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax this Friday for the Women's WWE Championship on the last Women's Standing match between Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. They've been teasing it, and Nia Jax keeps on costing Naomi her cash-ins. I think either Nia Jax wins or it's going to be right before she wins. Naomi cashes in, she wins. Jade Cargill wins the Queen of the Ring at Night of Champions, and then you get the rematch between Naomi and Jade Cargill from WrestleMania 41 at SummerSlam for the Women's WWE Championship. I feel like that's the most logical thing, and I feel like they're really starting to push Jade Cargill, so it makes sense to make her Queen of the Ring, Queen Jade Cargill or whatever, and have her go to SummerSlam and fight for the Women's Championship. I get the Asuka's just returned and everything, but I feel like they have stuff for her to do. She can do stuff. I can't remember what she's on. She's supposed to be on SmackDown or Raw. I think she's supposed to be on Raw, a Raw superstar. I could be wrong though. If she's on Raw, maybe have her go after Io Sky and have Io Sky and Asuka fight. That'd be a really good match. Asuka and Io Sky at Evolution. I feel like they could put on a banger. But my prediction is Jade Cargill wins the Queen of the Ring tournament. Then we have Jacob Fatu defending his United States Championship against I Hate You, Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu going one-on-one for the United States Championship because Jacob Fatu's done with dealing with Solo Sikoa. He goes, we have to finish this between us for this championship. I think it's obvious that Jacob Fatu is going to win. There's no way they put it on Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu has the star power. He's the next upcoming star, not Solo Sikoa. I'm like, Jacob Fatu is literally everything they wanted Solo Sikoa to be. So I think Jacob Fatu is going to win this and then have Jacob Fatu move on from the bloodline thing. Because honestly, for the best thing for Jacob Fatu is to move on from this, in my opinion, the bloodline storyline now is like a cancer. It's like nobody cares about it anymore because it's been so overused. So as soon as you get involved with it, people just kind of like get annoyed with it. So I feel like Jacob Fatu, best for his career is to beat Solo Sikoa and then move on from like the whole bloodline thing. Kind of like how Jey Uso did. Like, look how much of a bigger star Jey Uso is now than he was in the bloodline. Jimmy Uso, it didn't really work so much for him. I mean, like, Roman, the best thing for him was the original bloodline. But, like, perfect example, Sami Zayn. I mean, like, Sami Zayn wasn't a huge star, but he was a good star. Joined the bloodline, became a massive star and everything. But then he left the bloodline and became tag champs with Kevin Owens. And then now he's, like, considered a main eventer and everything. So I feel like the best for him now is for Jacob Fatu as well, is to move on for this whole entire bloodline thing. And honestly, I'd love them just to completely end the bloodline. Just like, don't even call them the bloodline. Just have Solo Sikoa be Solo Sikoa with JC Matero, and then whenever Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa return, have them just a tag team. Like, I feel like the bloodline just needs to completely end. They don't even need to mention it anymore because it's starting to become the NWO when the NWO just kept on adding members and members and members, and it was boring. So I feel like bloodline needs to end forever. It was an awesome time when it was. Now it just needs to go away, and Jacob Fatu is going to win. He's going to win, defeat Solo Sikoa, and retain his United States Championship at Night of Champions. I'm very excited for these next two matches. John Cena versus CM Punk and Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton is a toss-up. I feel like, personally, I'm most excited for is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, even though I'm super excited for John Cena versus CM Punk. Cody Rhodes is my favorite wrestler. Also, John Cena is my second favorite wrestler. But Randy Orton is also one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, I mean, like, that top five right there is Cody, Cena, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and then, like, I don't know who will be the fifth one. I mean, like, CM Punk's not my top 10, but I do like CM Punk, but he's not one of my favorites. This match between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton is a very anticipated match. I've been wanting this match since Cody Rhodes has returned, since he came back from AEW in 2023. Or was it 2022? It was 2022 when he returned to WrestleMania 38. I think it was, but whatever. I've been wanting this for a long time. I wanted it when Cody had the WWE Championship, and now we're getting it for the King of the Ring tournament. It's not going to be the only time they win, because right now they're fighting each other as two baby faces. Down the road, I'm calling it, one of them's going to be a heel, one of them's going to be a baby face, and they're going to be fighting for the WWE Championship down the road. I think it's going to be Randy Orton as the heel. As much as so many people want Cody Rhodes to turn heel, I don't think he ever is. He's the next John Cena. They're going to keep him a baby face forever. He does all the stuff for the kids and everything. Even though John Cena did eventually turn heel as his last year, maybe that'll be Cody Rhodes. I don't think Cody's ever going to turn heel because he's the perfect baby face. But for this actual match, it'd be cool to see Randy Orton get his rematch against John Cena for the WWE Championship, because it's obvious whoever wins this is going for John Cena. They already said it pretty much in their promos that they're going for John Cena for the WWE Championship. They want their rematch, both of them. It'd be cool to see Randy Orton win. I don't think that's going to be the case, because I think Randy Orton's going to be John Cena's last opponent. I think John Cena's going to get retired by Randy Orton, because I think Cody Rhodes is going to beat Randy Orton in the King of the Ring tournament, become King Cody Rhodes, King of American Nightmare, and go on to SummerSlam and defeat John Cena for the WWE Championship, because I think they're going to want to have the last run of John Cena, the last little bit, without the championship, so it can go kind of back and forth and not him having to cheat. I think John Cena is going to lose to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam and then become a babyface again. I think Cena's going to finally, it's going to be like the last straw. He's going to be a babyface again. He's going to get up, shake Cody's hand, raise his hand and everything, kind of like the passing of the torch type of thing. And John Cena's going to go back to being a babyface and then have his last couple runs, the last couple months of his final run as a babyface. And then I think Randy Orton's going to retire him. I feel like that's the perfect person. They've the greatest rivalry, probably one of the greatest rivals ever. They came up together pretty much. I mean, like I feel like Randy, even though they already had their last match in St. Louis, I feel like they still need to have another one. I think Randy Orton needs to retire John Cena. But my prediction is Cody Rhodes defeats Randy Orton, and becomes the king of the ring, and then goes on to SummerSlam to face John Cena. But either way, this match should be an absolute banger. And then for the main event, which we kind of already talked about, John Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship, a rivalry that's been a huge one forever, ever since. And then for like early on, like early 2000, like from 10 to like, well, I think Punk left in 2014, around there. So like 2010 to 2014 was a big rivalry. CM Punk, John Cena. I'm very excited for this match, but I just don't see CM Punk being the person to dethrone John Cena. I feel like they should put on a banger of a match. Obviously, I think John Cena's going to cheat and win because he's still this heel. But I don't see CM Punk being the one to win this match. I feel like this is going to be the main event. Cena's going to win. He's going to cheat. And then Cody Rhodes' music's going to hit. And the end of the show is going to be Cody Rhodes and John Cena standing face-to-face, setting up SummerSlam, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. I feel like that's the most logical thing. I think it'd be cool seeing CM Punk winning the WWE Championship, but honestly, my personal opinion, it does nothing for me. I don't think CM Punk needs it. But no, I think John Cena wins by cheating, obviously, because he's still this heel character. But I know he started to show like signs of like being like a baby face again, so maybe he doesn't cheat this one, and like CM Punk makes him beat him fairly or something. I don't know. Because I think at SummerSlam, John Cena's going to be walking out a babyface once he loses the championship to Cody Rhodes. I just don't see John Cena retiring as a heel. So I feel like SummerSlam is the perfect time for him to drop the title and for him to become a babyface again. But John Cena defeats CM Punk and Night of Champions for the WWE Championship. He retains, and then we end the show with Cody Rhodes and John Cena going face-to-face. We're going to get the rematch from WrestleMania 41 at SummerSlam. And I hope to God, if it's Cody versus John Cena at SummerSlam, that they just let them put on a banger of a match. Because WrestleMania 41 was ruined with Travis Scott coming out. Just give me Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Let them just tear the house down. Because the match at WrestleMania 41 sucked. My two favorite wrestlers of all time. I was so disappointed. I was so excited for that match. I was so disappointed. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes sucked. The match was slow. And then Travis Scott absolutely ruined it by coming out like, what the hell is this? So hopefully, obviously John Cena, in my opinion, is going to beat CM Punk. So hopefully SummerSlam, it's be Cody Rhodes and John Cena, and they put on a banger, and Cody Rhodes defeats John Cena. But overall, enough with SummerSlam. Night of Champions looks like it's going to be a banger of a show. Also, the other way I think John Cena doesn't cheat to win is, I was about to say, because I know I was saying like maybe he doesn't hit him with the championship, because they got to switch it up. They can't have John Cena hit somebody with the championship and cheat and win every single match. Is Seth Rollins hits his music like he's in a cash in. CM Punk looks at the stage, turns around, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3. John Cena retains, because Seth Rollins is Mr. Money in the Bank. So I think Seth Rollins is not going to cash in. I think he's just going to try screwing over CM Punk because he hates CM Punk so much. Instead of just showing his face, his music's just going to hit, and CM Punk's be looking like, come on, cash in, and then turns around, attitude adjustment, 1, 2, 3. John Cena wins. I feel like that is a very high chance of happening. But overall, I'm actually very excited for this Night of Champions. Originally, I was not excited for it at all. And then they announced John Cena versus CM Punk, and I was pumped for it. And then, soon as I found out Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton had a chance of being in the finals, I was super excited. I'm like, yes. And as soon as it actually happened, I was been so pumped. These two matches alone, I could care less about the rest of the show. But there was actually other good matches for the rest of the show. I could sit through everything for like hours just to get to these two matches. I'm very excited for both these matches, especially Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa could be a banger. Hopefully they tear the house down. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross, I think it'll just be a decent match, and hopefully we'll find out the future of Karrion Kross. I feel like this will be literally what tells us where Karrion Kross is going to go if he wins or loses. Asuka versus Jade Cargill should be okay, and Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley, I really could care less. But overall, Night of Champions is looking really good. This is Jared W. Make sure to like, subscribe. Drop your comments down below what your predictions are for this show. And then I'll be doing the setup review on the channel. Will be coming out on most likely Sunday. Stay tuned for the Friday Night SmackDown review as well this Saturday. And I'll see you guys in the next one.